Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're unpacking a really powerful idea. It's almost contrarian, really, about why we sometimes feel so completely stuck or, burdened by our circumstances.
hmm
You know that feeling, don't you? Like the world outside is just, I don't know, conspiring against you sometimes.
Absolutely. It's a very common feeling.
Well, our source material for this deep dive is some really thought-provoking stuff. It's from excerpts of a piece called The Inner Storm, Conquering Excuses.
Right.
And we're going to dive deep into, well, the nature of excuses themselves, what they actually tell us.
And it's often surprising.
Yeah. So our mission today is basically to challenge a really common assumption about where our difficulties actually come from. We want to explore this surprising truth about where those storms in our lives really originate.
It really flips the script, doesn't it?
It totally flips the script on how you perceive obstacles and, I think, crucially, your own agency in things. So yeah, get ready for maybe a bit of an aha moment about where limitations really come from.
What's fascinating, I think, is how directly this source material confronts a mindset that's just, well, it's everywhere. We often talk about our struggles as if they're purely external battles.
Oh, completing
You
it.
hear it all the time, right? Oh, I can't start that business, the economy's too shaky, or I'm stuck here because there aren't any good jobs out there.
Right. It's always about the external weather, isn't it? The conditions outside.
Exactly.
We have this default, almost tendency to point outwards, to the rain, the market, the stuff we can't control.
hmm
And the inner storm, this piece, it just cuts straight through that. It says, pretty bluntly, actually, keep blaming when it rains.
But then comes the punchline, the bit that really shifts your perspective. It says, but the truth is, storms don't follow you, they come from you.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, that's not just a catchy phrase, is it? It immediately makes you question, well, personal responsibility versus just external causes.
Right.
And then the piece clarifies, it says, you're not tracked by the weather, you're trapped by your excuses.
That's where it gets really interesting for me, because it's not just making a philosophical point. The inner storm actually digs into why we create these inner storms.
Okay.
It suggests our excuses aren't just, flimsy justifications. They're often quite sophisticated, like self-protection mechanisms.
Protecting us from what, though?
Well, for example, the piece talks about how a fear of failure might show up as an excuse like, oh, I don't have enough experience, even if, objectively, maybe you do.
Right. So it's a way our mind tries to keep us safe, keep us in the comfort zone.
Exactly. Keep us from risking failure or judgment.
Yeah, precisely. And if you connect that to the bigger picture, it implies the trap isn't really the circumstance itself, it's our internal story about it.
The excuses we create.
The external weather is just, well, it's just weather. But the internal storm, that's fueled by these narratives we tell ourselves, these protective, but ultimately limiting stories. It's self-generated.
So it's our own internal narrative creating the feeling of being trapped.
That's the core idea. And the source points out some common types, these sort of inner storms, beyond just a simple fear of failure. It mentions procrastination, for instance.
Oh, yeah, classic.
Classic. Often masking maybe a fear of success even, or perfectionism. Or there's the victim mentality excuse where, external factors are always the reason you can't act.
Right, which takes away any sense of agency.
Completely prevents it.
So it's not just one kind of excuse. The inner storm seems to outline these different, let's call them excuse archetypes and how they play out. What else does the source say about the psychology behind why we do this?
Well, it really emphasizes the psychological comfort